Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I've been kindly invited down by Lexus Lebanon to have a look at the 2022 Lexus IS with the F Sport package. Let me show you what it's all about. So let's start off with the exterior walkaround of the 2022 Lexus IS300 with the F Sport package. First of all, here's the key fob. This is the previous generation key fob, not the one like we saw on the NX. It's finished in graphite black with the beautiful flare red interior that I'm going to show you in a second. If we take a closer look towards the front, you'll notice the new updated LED lights with the triple beam LEDs and the signature LED lights. Again, the same that we saw on the new NX. We have a massive spindle grille at the front, and because this is the F Sport, you'll notice a different design with the gloss black accents. We have wider intakes over here at the front, the wider grille, but I mean, it's not fully functional. You can see it's a fake vent, but I mean, it does look really nice. You can see we have intakes over there. We have a 4-cylinder sitting at the front. There are many engine options. In Lebanon, we get the 2-liter Turbo 4, which is interesting to note. We have 19-inch rims, and they do look amazing. You can see the brushed kind of chrome accents. Because this is the F Sport, we get F Sport emblems all around the car with these sporty wing mirrors. Let me just open up the door to show you this beautiful interior. I'm gonna jump in, obviously show you all the details inside. But I mean, how cool does it look? Really nice spec, very clean. Now, I want to point out this is effectively the 3rd generation of the IS. For 2021, basically, it has a mild refresh. I don't really like the term evolutionary rather than revolutionary, but I mean, it's basically what this car is. You can consider it as a facelift, but I mean, how cool does it look from the back? Very aggressive. I love the new LED light bar that goes all across with the F Sport spoiler over here, and we have dual exit exhaust. Again, the bumper is actually blacked out. We had a white one in the showroom. You could have really seen, the difference in colors. If we just open up the trunk really quickly, obviously not an automatic tailgate, pretty decent. And we do have a spare tire at the bottom. Take a look at that. And you have a grab handle to basically close it up. Let me know what you guys think of the design. The new Lexus IS is one of the most beautiful sedans on sale right now. We can all agree on that. The updated LED lights have completely modernized its looks for 2022, especially thanks to that light bar across the back that's pretty much unheard of in this segment. As if the base IS isn't aggressive already, Lexus offers a sportier version under F Sport and adds black accents to make it stand out. If you're watching this outside of Lebanon, you should note that Lexus currently offers 3 powertrains on the IS, including the beautiful sounding V8. The new IS300, previously named IS200T, gets the familiar 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine mated to the 8-speed Sport direct shift gearbox that's been developed for this engine. One of my favorite features has to be the sliding gauge cluster, and what's better, that it's not just a digital gauge that's moving, the whole thing just slides mechanically. The touchscreen comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you can control it with the trackpad, which replaces the old joystick. If you enjoy this type of content, consider throwing a thumbs up and feel free to skip to any section through YouTube chapters. Alright, so sitting inside the interior of the 2022 Lexus IS, first of all, you notice the beefy steering wheel that you get in front with the F Sport emblem. Red accents to complement the overall red vibe of this car. You'll notice we have paddle shifters behind that, and they do feel really solid, and I really like this 9-3 grip on the IS. You'll notice we have the volume adjustments on the left and with your telephone and voice command, and then on the right you can control this digital screen basically. Because this is the F Sport, you get the center dial basically compared to the 2 dials that you get on the non-F Sport variants. And then one thing I really like about this example, it's a quirky little feature. Pressing on this, you'll notice it's going to move to the side for other things displayed. Now, it's currently set up in Arabic, as you can see, but I mean, you get the point with the displays that you get, and simply pressing on it to put it back. I mean, it's really a neat feature. I've never seen that in a car. And then coming onto the center screen, you'll notice first of all that it's touch sensitive, which a lot of people will like. So the infotainment screen is finally touch sensitive, and you can have a split screen layout. You can see from climate control to your trip information, audio, and even navigation displayed nicely if you want that. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about this touchpad, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. If you've owned a laptop in your life, you'll feel right at home inside this car. But you'll notice we have an analog clock in the center, which looks really premium with aluminum on those air vents. Down at the bottom, you have your climate control, and they're all physical buttons, as you can see. One really nice touch when turning on the climate control, you have these touch sensitive dials. It's currently in sync. Dual zone climate control, which is really cool. It's pretty sensitive, but I mean, very intuitive. I wish a lot of manufacturers did that same thing instead of having it inside the screen. Even though you can control it inside the screen, take a look at that, to change the temperature and whatnot. But I mean, obviously, this is way faster and easier to use. Now, surprisingly, you still have a CD input because don't forget, this car first came out in 2013, 14, I believe. And I believe in the refresh, they won't include a CD input. But I mean, you have these aluminum knobs over here and they're very high quality. So big thumbs up to Lexus for the quality inside this car. I mentioned that also in the annex. You have ventilated seats on this car. It's pretty easy to operate, basically. You notice we have a leather-wrapped gear selector with the nice red stitching, which I love. You have a drive mode selector over here, the knob to scroll between normal, Sport S, Sport S Plus, and then Eco if you turn it towards the left, and then pressing on here to go into custom. You can basically change the powertrain, chassis, and climate. Obviously, in Eco, for example, the climate control will operate differently so as not to waste a lot of fuel. Pretty basic stuff. Then you have your traction control with the auto hold. I really like the details. They did an amazing job. All right, so I've switched to this side because the lighting is better, but I wanted to show you the intriguing design on the C-pillar with the chrome accents. Very neat. And take a look at this all red interior, flare red. I mean, it does look amazing. Let's jump in. Again, I'm 185 centimeters, and from the bottom, my legs do touch the bottom of the seat, which is interesting to note. But I mean, from knee room, you notice we have plenty of space, especially with the cutout of those seats. I mean, take a look at that leather with the perforated accents on the top. Very interesting. You do have small cubby spaces over here in the back. And again, it's all leather wrapped, which is really cool. You notice we have 2 air vents on this car. And because it's rear wheel drive, so obviously you have a massive hump over here. So it's not much usable. If you want to have a person sitting in the center, they're going to have their feet on the right and the left. And you do get an armrest over here with 2 cup holders, so pressing on here to have them open. Again, all very high quality leather. You don't have a pass to the trunk, I believe, from here, and also you simply have to, fold the seats to get access to it. Now, headroom, let me just switch my camera for a second. So excuse the lighting for a second, but I wanted to show you the headroom. You can see my head does touch the roof. So I mean, if you're 185 centimeters or taller, you're gonna have slight problem sitting in the back. The new IS rides on adaptive variable suspension, and you can instantly feel the difference when switching driving modes. You may also notice the ASC button, which is, in simple terms, an electronic sound system that generates driving sound through speakers behind the instrument panel. It's pretty cool that Lexus offers you the option to turn it on or off. Good to note that you get 10 loudspeakers, a rear view camera with front and rear sensors, cruise control and blind spot monitor, as well as other safety features you'd expect. BUMC also offers you a 4-year or 100,000 kilometer warranty on its new IS. My final thoughts, it's a gorgeous looking machine with a fuel efficient yet punchy powertrain that's known for its worry-free, long-term reliability, and also offers a cozy cabin that you'll enjoy spending time in. It honestly feels like home. Huge thanks to Lexus Lebanon for inviting me down to have a closer look at their new IS.